Ladies and gentlemen, when it's all said and done, Manchester United have done it twice to PSG away from home, and we secured a victory. And not only was it a victory, it was a very well-deserved victory. What's up, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Manchester United versus PSG 2-1 match reaction. We went to Paris, we scored some goals, and we walked away as the victors. And of course, it was rightfully deserved. It was such a good performance from Manchester United. Now, of course, there are some things we could have done better. Of course, there will always be things that we do better. When you verse one of the best sides in the world in PSG, you go to their place in the Champions League and you beat them to start off your Champions League campaign. I don't care how badly we played or how great we played. The victory is all that matters. And Manchester United performed extremely well, which is the icing on the cake that is this victory. It was such an incredible performance. I was thinking of coming in and screaming and shouting, but the moments passed. But of course, when the goal scored was by Marcus Rashford went in, man, I was screaming. I could not believe the luck, the skill that Marcus Rashford was able to use to beat Keylor Navas in goal. And of course, PSG were good tonight as well. But when I looked at that PSG team that came out, I thought this game could potentially be winnable on the counter attack, and could easily be winnable with just a bit of class and luck. And that's what we got. We got some luck with that penalty. We got a bit of class with Marcus Rashford, and we won the game. And David De Gea as well. A fantastic standout, man. Beautiful, beautiful game. There's not really any players I can say that had a bad game or even a slightly good game. I think everybody did extremely well in this game, and we played as a team. And the back five, it worked out today. And the way that we played the back five as well is something to keep our eyes on when we verse big teams in the future. Because not only did we have a fantastic defense against PSG tonight, but we pressed the life out of PSG tonight. And in the end, I just didn't think they could handle it. And that's surprising. It's surprising. I don't know what else to say when it comes to Manchester United versus PSG away from home. But I'm smiling, man. Like, that is a terrific performance, and that's a terrific result. And it gives us even more confidence because we have beaten the first tough scheduled game that we have so much waiting for. We still have Chelsea, who drew against Sevilla tonight. We still have a Leipzig, who I believe won their game 3-0 or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know their score. Then we have Arsenal as well. Look, we have a very tough run of games for Manchester United, but this win is the one that will hopefully give us confidence to go and do something against other teams, and that is terrific. You cannot be mad about this performance tonight, whether you're Ollie in or Ollie out, whether you hate the players, you love the players, whether the board is shit or it's not the board's fault. I don't care what side of the coin you're on, man. This was one of the best victories that Manchester United could have ever asked for in this season, and this can hopefully carry it over. Now, again, to talk about PSG for a little bit, where PSG's midfield was not that creative, and I think that was the first key takeaway that you looked at when you looked at their lineup. Their midfield was not creative. It was more of a defensive, hard-working lineup, similar to ours as well with Fred and McTominay. But they didn't really do much on the creative end. And I think PSG did have a good chunk of possession, had decent chances as well, but a lot of their chances came at half chances and offsides, and it wasn't a very good night for PSG when it comes to their offense. And they clearly had a better offensive side than Manchester United, but they lacked the creativity in the midfield to really go and do something. I mean, Di Maria was their most creative player today, and he made a few good chunk of chances for PSG, but a lot of them were just half chances. And that's where I thought Manchester United had a good game, because I thought we caught them out on the counter-attack very, very well. Marcus Rashford was always on the run, always on the counter-attack. Martial was there as well to support. Bruno was there. When Pogba came on, the whole game changed. And you have to love this performance from every acquisition. PSG was supposed to come here and batter us, or was supposed to stay in France and batter us tonight. That was what they were supposed to do. But not only did they not do that, they couldn't do that because we were so good tonight. So many good performances. I'm gonna go to the player ratings. I'm stuttering, man. I'm just so happy. We're gonna go through to the player ratings because Manchester United, this is gonna be a good player ratings video, and I think everybody deserves their chance to shine in the sun today. We did very, very well, and a lot of players are going to get very good scores for their performances today. So, starting off with David De Gea. You already know. You already know. You watch the game. You already know. David De Gea, in my opinion, is the man of the match. I'm giving David De Gea the man of the match. Absolutely sensational. So many shots came his way from up close and personal to basically a cross that was basically right in front of him, and he managed to save it. To a Di Maria shot, to an Mbappe shot, to a Neymar shot. Every shot that came his way, he saved, except for one, which was Martial's own goal. And of course, PSG's only goal tonight came from us, and it didn't even come from them. So it's a big, big, big accomplishment from David De Gea, shutting all the haters up and proving that his form is once again on the good side of Manchester. And I think he's going to get a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to say he got a 10 out of 10 because he conceded a goal. At the end of the day, the goal has nothing to do with him. But he made good decisions as well. Look how good his kicking was today. We all criticize his kicking. His kicking, and PSG didn't help this, of course, but David De Gea's kicking was absolutely superb. He started the fast break a lot for us today. He ended up kicking the ball a lot. When he knew he couldn't grab it, he decided to use his foot. Great goalkeeping, man. You use what's closest to you. If the ball is going to be quicker to boot away than to grab, then you boot that away, man. It's as simple as that. David De Gea, in my opinion, was absolutely superb, an absolutely stunning performance. And if it wasn't for David De Gea, we probably would have comfortably lost this game. But David De Gea was sensational today, and that's what it takes to have a good goalkeeper on your side, because that's the difference between winning and losing sometimes. David De Gea saved us today. Masterclass from David De Gea. Fantastic, well done. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion, gets an 8 out of 10. I thought he was that good. I thought he was that good defensively. Stopped Moise Kean from getting a good shot in. Stopped Mbappe quite a few times. And he did just so many tackles today. This was the defensive side of Aaron Wan-Bissaka we all knew. And a game against PSG, you needed Wan-Bissaka to perform on his defensive duties more than his attacking duties. Attack, he was there on attack. He didn't do much in attack. So maybe for that many people, he gets a 7. But for me, he gets an 8 because of how good defensively he was today. You have to give the credit where it's due. Our defense, even though it was 5 at the back, was absolutely superb because PSG did not stop coming at us. Even with their lack of creativity, they kept running at us, and our defense handled it extremely well. So fair play to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Axel Tuanzebe. At the start of the game, I'm not going to lie, Axel Tuanzebe looked a bit shaky to me, but he grew into this game so well. It was almost unbeatable at Axel Tuanzebe today towards the second half. He stopped everybody. He stopped, again, it was a 1-on-1 2 times between Mbappe and Tuanzebe played such terrific defense both times that he put Mbappe to the floor and played phenomenal defense, and that's what we're going to need. Tuanzebe at the moment seems to be the player that we're going to have to rely on in some games. I didn't expect him to start, even though I picked him. I just didn't know what was going to happen with Tuanzebe. He just came back from a year off, and he comes back and he shines in today, and everybody in our defense really did shine. So all I could say is congratulations to Tuanzebe, man. Your first game back was in a Champions League group stage game against PSG, one of the best teams in the world, in Paris, and he absolutely made his claim as a very good young and up-and-coming centre-back that Manchester United should be considering to play in more games now after that performance. I think the back 5 really helped Tuanzebe as well, to be fair, because, look, he just came back. I mean, if he played in a 4, he might have done just as well. But I think the extra comfort of having Lindelof and Shaw in the defence as well was something that Axel Tuanzebe probably needed in his first game back. So fair play to Axel Tuanzebe. Another stellar performance. Victor Lindelof. In my opinion, I think a lot of people will probably give Victor Lindelof the man of the match. So many clearances from Victor Lindelof. So many interceptions. So many blocked crosses. Very intelligent play. Again, PSG is not a side that's going to beat you with a header, even though they did score off of one from our player. They're not a big team. They're not a team that's going to damage you from set plays, from corners that often. And Victor Lindelof really excelled in this game because he wasn't getting bullied in the air. Not once did I see Victor Lindelof get bullied in the air. He read the play on the floor. Victor Lindelof is one of the best centre-backs when the ball is on the floor because he could read the game so well. He's a very intelligent centre-back. And I think in the Champions League, it's probably where we're going to see the best out of Victor Lindelof. So congratulations again. He's going to be a player that we're going to need as well because I don't know if Harry Maguire will be fit for Chelsea next. So Victor Lindelof, we're going to need him to play well, man. We're going to need him to pick up these performances. And this is hopefully a game that can take stride into the next few games, because we need Victor Lindelof. We need Victor Lindelof. And I'm going to give Victor Lindelof an 8 out of 10 as well. I can't even remember what I gave Tuanzebe. I think I gave Tuanzebe... And I'm going to give Tuanzebe an 8 as well. Screw it. Everybody's getting an 8 tonight. Luke Shaw... I think Luke Shaw was probably not the best centre-back out there today. I didn't really notice him that much, but again, he made some vital headers away from goal when the crosses were in. He was in the right places at the right time. In my opinion, Luke Shaw could very well become the left-sided centre-back for Manchester United with more time playing in that centre-back position. We played 5 at the back tonight. Luke Shaw is well, highly thought of in that left-sided centre-back position when he plays in that back 5. And not only did he play in this the centre-back position, he also had opportunities to move forward as well. He moved to left-back. He did pretty well at left-back as well. Hopefully, he did end up getting a knock, I believe. Hopefully, that knock is not too bad, because I think we're going to need him for the next few games. I don't want anybody getting injured. We've already had enough of that. So, Luke Shaw, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 to. I think that's pretty fair. Maybe I am misjudging that. Who really knows? But I do think Luke Shaw was very good today and very reliable, which is what we need in the centre-back pairing, the centre-back trio. And Alex Telles, next up. Alex Telles, for me, had an up-and-down game. I'm not going to lie to you. A few turnovers at the very beginning of the game. Again, this is his first game for Manchester United. But after that... wow, his crossing is good. Every single corner went to our player, bro. That's something I haven't seen in a long time. I don't even think Bruno was able to do that consistently for us. Alex Telles, literally every single corner, every single free kick was on the top of the player, was on our player. That's something that I haven't seen in a long time with Man United. And I think we could create real damage now. Just imagine Harry Maguire with Alex Telles getting the corner in, or even Cavani, who is someone that we completely forgot about. He's still in the team. Just imagine how Cavani would probably feel with a ball like that Alex Telles often provides. I'm going to give Alex Telles a 7. I don't think this was the best performance we'll see from Alex Telles by any stretch of the means. But that is very good security at that left back position with that delivery. Absolutely good delivery from Alex Telles. One was to Martial. Again, every single corner seemed to land at Scott McTominay's lap. And I thought he played very well from the set piece. And that's what we brought him in here to do, man. He's a fantastic set piece player. And he proved that today. And hopefully we can see more from him. I think everybody is going to be very excited to see what Alex Telles has to offer us. Let's go to Fred. Fred was absolutely amazing. Look, in the first half, Fred was doing his own thing. He was doing what he likes to do, run around, interception, pass. But in the second half, Fred was freaking-sational. Look, I think when we all looked at our team sheet today, I think we're all a bit questionable that we played a very similar team in the midfield with Scott McTominay and Fred. And maybe that wasn't going to work against PSG. But in the end, these two performances from Fred and McTominay really stood out and shined. And I'll talk about Scott McTominay in a minute. But Fred was absolutely sensational. In that second half, he was the standout player, in my opinion. I'm going to give Fred an 8 out of 10 as well. Was beautiful in that midfield. Again, he carried that midfield in many ways. He pocketed Neymar in the second half. He got running. He nearly played a very good ball to Rashford, which Danilo forced a foul, I believe. I think his name is Danilo. So it was a great performance, and maybe Scott McTominay and Fred might be the answer right now for that midfield position. But of course, we do need to discuss about the bench as well, because the bench made a good impact. So let's see. Let's just keep going at the moment. In the other midfield position, Scott McTominay. Now, Scott McTominay, again, just similar to Telles, was a player in two halves. He got extremely embarrassed by Neymar multiple times tonight. Multiple times. And look, I'm not expecting Scott McTominay to pocket Neymar. That's basically, it's very hard to do if it even is possible to do. Neymar's that good. But I think he got skinned way too many times. Really did. And he ends up getting a yellow card for it as well. But the thing about Scott McTominay is, in the second half, he was good as well. In the second half, it's surprising. Like, I'm not gonna. In the first half, we were good, but in the second half, we were not the better team in the second half. But Scott McTominay had a good game in the second half. I think defensively, we needed Scott McTominay, and he was there today. I think he was probably one of the worst players on the pitch to be fair. So I'm gonna give him. I am gonna give him a 7. I'm feeling generous, man. We just beat PSG. I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna give him Scott McTominay a 7. I don't think anybody really had a worse, bad, horrible game today. I don't think anybody did. So Scott McTominay will get a 7 in my eyes. Was definitely good enough to say that he could potentially start against Chelsea. Who knows? If we play that same team again against Chelsea, I don't think I can complain after what they did today. I really don't think I can. Yeah, and we'll move on. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, he's a divisive one, isn't he? Look, Bruno Fernandes was not at his sparkling best today. I think I can say that for sure. But he was definitely a presence, and he was definitely the one making things happen. He was the maestro. He played a lot of good balls into the players, to Rashford and Martial specifically. And I think in the second half, he just looked absolutely drained. He looked so tired. He looked so flat. And I think it showed out there. So with Bruno Fernandes, he scored a penalty, did score the first goal. He had 2 penalties saved in a row, but Keylor Navas was off the line. He got a penalty saved against Newcastle, got a penalty saved against PSG. Third time is the charm, and he scores the penalty. And I thought it was a very good, well-deserved penalty as well, if you guys want to talk about that. But Bruno Fernandes was fantastic in the first half, not so much in the second half. I am going to give Bruno a 7 out of 10 as well. I don't know how other people are going to react to that. I think a lot of people will say because he scored a goal, he should get a high rating. Yeah, look, it is what it is, man. We're going to move on because it's still a fairly good player rating to give to Bruno Fernandes. Let's move on. Who did we? I think we just played Rashford and Martial. I think that's all the starting 11. So let's start off with Marcus Rashford. The goal that he scored in the 87th minute sealed the deal for Manchester United against PSG. Marcus Rashford was so good and so bad at the same time. And I want to give you some examples. Marcus Rashford in this game was phenomenal, but some of his decision-making today was so questionable. There was at one stage when he was running in on goal, there was a defender behind him that I don't think would have caught up to him. There was a defender between Martial and Rashford, and the defender went off to Martial, and Rashford really just had an open goal in front of him with the keeper. He had a one-on-one situation pretty much. And he decided to pass it to Martial, which was a terrible decision. But besides that, a few tackles went in on Rashford in goal, which I think he could have released the ball earlier. But he scored the final goal. He scored the goal that won the game, and it was a damn good goal as well. He had a lot of opportunities. He ran a lot. He made PSG pay for their weak defense. You saw PSG's defense tonight, and I believed at least we could get at them. And I didn't think we would win the game, but I did think we could get at them with their defense. And their defense, they started off the season poorly with their defense, and it looks like it's continued throughout here. And we caught them. And it was a very good goal from Marcus Rashford again in the 87th minute. I'm going to give Marcus Rashford an 8 out of 10 simply because he scored the game winner. Simply because he scored the game winner. I don't think his performances is probably deserving of an 8. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's what I'm going to give him. I mean, when you score that goal and you secure 3 crucial points against PSG in one of the tougher Champions League rounds, all you could do is sit there and smile. And Rashford made me smile today. I don't think I was that excited for a long time about a Man United goal than I was with Marcus Rashford. And Anthony Martial. A tale of two halves for Anthony Martial. He got the penalty for us. Fantastic piece of skill to turn the defender, and of course, I think it was Diallo. Diallo ended up fouling him, and it was a poor foul, a very unnecessary foul. We got the penalty. We scored the penalty. Martial caused the penalty, but on the other side of the coin, he conceded an own goal, and it was a poor own goal as well. I mean, I understand he has to jump for it, but I feel like that header could have went anywhere, and unfortunately went into the goals. You have to move on. Own goals like that happen, man. I don't want anybody giving slack from Martial, because that could have been anybody, and anybody could have ended up conceding that own goal. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't want to hear anybody saying that Martial should be dropped for this, or Martial should never play again. I don't care what you say. Martial was great today. I am going to give him a 7 out of 10. Look, I'm not going to give anybody a 6. I don't feel like anybody deserves the 6 that comes on that started today. No one deserves it. I really don't believe so. We worked so well as a team. Martial did a lot of hold-up play. He brought a lot of people into the game. He had a few good pieces of skill. He dropped some defenders. He didn't get a shot on target, I believe. That's something that needs to change, of course, with Martial. He needs to get a shot on target, and I mean for our goal. But, yeah, I think Martial did fairly well today as well, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. For not playing for a few games, coming back in the Champions League against PSG, it's not going to be easy, and I don't think that he was outplayed today. I think he outplayed a lot of the defenders. So that's the team. Not one person got a 6, and that could be overachievement, that could be over-exaggerated by myself, but I don't care because we beat PSG away. We took advantage of PSG's defense and their lack of creativity in the midfield, and we got to them. And I think we deserve to win this game. I was going to say in the 1-1 draw, because it looked like it was going to be that, I said there was no way in my mind that we should have lost this game. A draw would have been fine because PSG did have their fair share of shots as well, but we would have deserved the draw and we would have deserved the win. And we got the win and we got what we rightfully deserved. PSG were not great today in terms of the first half. In the second half, they were better. But as soon as the bench came on, Manchester United changed the game dramatically. So, who came on for Manchester United? Well, first off, it was Paul Pogba. And that was the one that changed it. Paul Pogba changed this game. Paul Pogba was absolutely... Look, I'm not going to say he was phenomenal, but I do think that his hold-up play ended up getting an assist to Marcus Rashford, I believe. And he did a lot of that. And yes, he did turn the ball over a few times as well. Paul Pogba, in my opinion, will get a 7 because of the assist. But with Paul Pogba, I want to see this from the start. And there's a reason why Paul Pogba didn't start today. Because we know that PSG would get at us. Because Pogba is probably not the most mature enough to play a CDM position like Fred or Scott McTominay would be. So Paul Pogba coming off of the bench, in my opinion, is the way to go in the future at the moment. And that might not work for Paul Pogba, but that works for Manchester United, and we have to prioritise ourselves over a player. But Paul Pogba was sensational when he came on. He got an assist, I believe. He helped us secure the win from the corner flag. He did a lot of things right, Paul Pogba, when he came on, and the game changed dramatically once he did. So congratulations, Paul Pogba has... I'm not going to say he's changed everybody's mind, but I do think people will respect what he did today. And that's all you could ask for. Man United players should be getting respect. And Paul Pogba, I think, will get a respect from a lot of people. Pogba in or Pogba out today for what he was able to do when he came on. After the second goal, we put on Van de Beek and Daniel James, which was... it was okay. 6 for both of them. They didn't really do much. And there we go. That was the team. 3 points away from home to PSG is probably going to be the most crucial points that we can get. Now, Manchester United have made themselves one of the favourites now to qualify, but we have to do the job against Leipzig now. We have to do the job against the other team in our division or in our group, and we have to do it again. I don't expect us to go and beat PSG 2 times in a row, but that's the type of thing that Manchester United should do if we are to qualify and advance and top our group. In this very tough group. It's a tough group. And PSG is one of the best teams, if not the second best team. People can argue that. They were in the Champions League final for a reason. So I think, without a shadow of a doubt, this was one of our most important victories that we've seen in years for Manchester United. And now it's time to keep up the pressure. Now it's time to go and beat Chelsea if we can. Now it's time to verse Leipzig and see what we could do against them. And let's just see how this roller coaster ride for Manchester United goes. We're going to be seeing a very different team for Chelsea, in my opinion, now, because Martial can't play. Cavani should be fit for that game. I hope to see Manchester United carry over a performance like this to the Premier League, because the Premier League, by any stretches, is not a lost cause for us at the moment. So many teams have dropped so many points. I mean, in our last Premier League games, Chelsea drew, Liverpool drew, and I think Arsenal lost. So those are good teams, and Tottenham lost, and Tottenham drew. So those are good teams dropping points. If we could go and do something in this Premier League, beating Chelsea or Arsenal or both, then I think we've given ourselves a good chance to compete further on in this Premier League. And Liverpool are a weak inside as well. Anyway, enough about the competition that we have to face. Let's enjoy tonight. Let's smile tonight. Let's celebrate tonight. This might not be as big as a victory as PSG 2 years ago, but this is a much better performance than we showed 2 years ago. So Manchester United have taken a step forward in that retrospect. I'm very, very happy. The next game is against Chelsea, and I will be here once again for the prediction and the reaction. Manchester United have made me very happy today. I hope to see this in the Premier League now, and I hope that we can carry it over. I'm not going to get carried away. This could have been a one-time performance, and then we can end up going and losing very badly to Chelsea, who are very potent in front, something that PSG just weren't today. So if that's going to be the case, then that's going to be the case. But for today, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna be confident, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna celebrate this victory the way it should be celebrated. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments below who was your man of the match. My man of the match was David De Gea, and let me know how well did we perform, if you believe we did perform well in this game. Beautiful performance, man. It made me smile. I am a smiling Aidan Sports Show today. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and peace.